What's the one ballpark snack you can't live without?
Favorite of all time is a peanut butter barbecue sandwich from Kauffman Stadium.
How did you first get signed by the Bananas?
I posted a TikTok. This girl was like, I love what the Bananas are doing, but like, I want to be able to root for a team and really be upset when they lose.
What's the most valuable lesson you learned from Jesse?
I want to say dream big.
Welcome to Lightweights Podcast. My name's Joe. Today's guest, we have Jackson Olson of the Savannah Bananas. The Bananas have been making waves on the internet for years now. They're selling out stadiums, performing banana ball in front of 60,000, 70,000 people. 70,000 people. So if you like this interview with Jackson, please give a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know if you want me to talk to any other Bananas on the team. In the very next episode, we have the founder of Banana Ball, Jesse Cole.
I think from day one, we just wanted to create something that we would love.
So hit the subscribe button and get notified for when the next podcast comes out. So without further ado, Jackson Olson. What's playing in front of 81,000 people like?
It's wild.
Is it
wild.
crazy?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're trying to think in the back of your mind. You're like, I'm playing in front of just 5,000. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's the same game, right? It's 90 feet. It's 300 feet to the fence, but like, it's so much different. Until you're in that atmosphere where you can't hear the guy right next to you talking, or your coach telling you to round third base, like you can't hear any of that. That's when you realize that this is a little bit different. This is a little bit different.
Is it like a pinch me moment? Like, I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think back to even like personally, 3.5 years ago, delivering groceries for Instacart. And then whenever I'm not feeling full gratitude for what I'm doing, I just think back to that time. And then I get that gratitude, that like the pinch me moment where it's like, whoa, I'm playing in front of 81,000 people right now. And like, they're cheering for me. Like, these people follow my journey. They follow players and Jesse's journey. They follow all these journeys. And now we're able to do this in front of them. Like, what? It's crazy.
How did you first get signed by the Bananas?
I posted a TikTok. Actually, I posted 3 TikToks, but the first one I posted got Jesse's attention. Went on a phone call. He was like, do you want to potentially make content for the team for a weekend? Like, come down. And actually, I'm not sure if it was Jesse saying that, but it was our director of social media girl.
So you weren't really part of the team. You were just filming content for them?
Well, that was what it started out as, like, the plan. So, hey, Jackson, I literally have the email. I can send you a picture of it. There's an email. It was like, hey, Jackson, would love to have you down for our summer series. Come for the weekend, film some content with the guys, be in the dugout, like get to be in the dugout. And I'm reading that. I'm like, this is so cool. But like, wait, let me go back into, okay, I'm a baseball player. I'm a TikToker now, influencer. Wait, this could be the perfect collab for me. So I emailed them back and I was like, I kind of want to play. Like, not like that, but basically. And then I went on the phone with Jesse and basically told him I would love to figure out a way to be a part of this in a bigger way than just creating content. And he might not have known that I had played baseball before that, but he must have just looked after our phone call, went on another phone call, and I was at the College World Series that year making content with the Arkansas mascot, actually. And I'm literally mid-TikTok, and I see on my phone Jesse Bananas, and I'm like, this could be one or two things. Either, hey, man, we went a different way, or we want you to play third base for us in the summer series. And he said the second one. So
you did like the whole tour around all the different baseball stadiums too at that point when you were just influencing, right?
Yeah, I did that. Yep.
And now you're performing at Fenway. You're at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, well, Yankee Stadium's the craziest one. That's where I grew up going. Grew up a Yankees fan. But yeah, I was creating content at these stadiums for MLB to get Gen Z to like baseball before knowing who the Bananas were. And now we're getting Gen Z to like baseball and banana ball in an even bigger way. And so in my mind, and like obviously I kind of get a lot of how I think from Jesse because he's the visionary. So I think, all right, if I was making Gen Z like baseball by being a fan, and now we're being a player, what's next? Like, what's the next step? How do we get them to like it even more? How do we get the new generation below Gen Z to start liking baseball and banana ball? Like, it's all about the new faces in the crowd. It's how do you get them to like a sport because they're going to be new to everything. When you're 5 years old, you play every single sport, but what makes you stick to that one? And so like, that's, I don't know what's the future for me, but I like thinking that way. So.
Even 3 years ago, how many people were in the crowd at that point?
In the crowd, as in
when you guys were playing for Banana Ball?
Oh my gosh, 3 years ago. I mean, we were playing in some minor league stadiums. The most was like 12,000, and so now to play in front of 65,000, 75, 81.
That's obviously the dream and the goal, but like, were you guys really envisioning it? Like 3 years down the line, we're gonna do this?
I was not personally. I didn't even know if I was gonna come back to play the next season 3 years ago. I just was thankful to play one game. Jesse thinks in quarter centuries, not quarters, and that's like his whole thing. And so
What does that mean?
He's thinking long term, not just the next 3 months, 4 months, like a lot of us think. He's thinking quarter centuries. Like he's already in 2030 right now in his mind, when none of us are really. So he influences a lot of us to think big picture and like dream really, really big.
I'm sure he's talked about a movie, like a cartoon, crazy things. When you hear these, after how much he has accomplished, does it all sound so believable, like it is going to happen soon enough?
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. It does sound believable. Like even if he says whatever he said to you, like playing on an aircraft carrier, playing
out on
at
the beach.
Like some of the people listening to your podcast might listen to that or watch it on YouTube or watch a clip on Instagram and be like, okay. They might scroll in the comments and someone is like, that's never going to happen. And they're like, yeah, it's never going to happen. But like, it is going to happen and he will make it happen. Like everything he's talked about either has happened or is going to very soon. Like we always talk about playing overseas, and he wants to basically like crush. I don't even know how to really say this, but he wants to like do really well in America first and create this league, this banana ball league.
How many teams?
There'll be 6 next year. Right now there's 4.
How many? What's like the goal? Is it to have a lot more teams like in every state?
Yeah, I mean the Texas Tailgaters are basically the first like regional team. They're in Savannah right now. All 4 teams are in Savannah right now. But I think his goal is to eventually have teams all over. And yeah, I mean, he looks at the Globetrotters as basically like, not that they have failed in any way, but they have failed to grow, I think, like grow their brand over the long course of the years. And he wants to create this league to keep the competition because people need to root for teams. Like I saw a TikTok about it the other day. This girl was like, I love what the Bananas are doing, but like, I want to be able to root for a team and really be upset when they lose. And I never had thought about it that way, but I'm like, wait, yeah, like that's why Jesse's doing this, because he wants to create fans of not the Bananas, but the Texas Tailgaters and the Firefighters and the Party Animals and the 2 new teams. Once you create that competition and people are upset when a team loses, that's when it all clicks, I think.
It's almost like the making of, like probably a bad comparison, but when BattleBots like took over on TV, it was like the beginning of a sport and then it ended up blowing up. But that kind of feels like the same atmosphere that's being built here.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. It's actually funny. I was watching the the Untold Stories on Netflix, the And One documentary
of the basketball street ballers.
Basketball street ballers, yeah. And it was basically called The Rise and Fall of And One. And not that they've fallen in, and like they still have a website, they still sell shoes, but
they had
huge dreams to go bigger. But I think Jesse sees all of that and it just motivates him so much more to create this competition. And like he really, really sees it as like, if the Texas Tailgaters are playing the Bananas and you have all Bananas fans, then it won't work in the future. Right now, maybe it'll work, but he realizes that in the future you need competition. You need like stakes, like high stakes.
The Rock versus Stone Cold.
Exactly.
You need that.
And that's why that still goes on today and is so huge still, because you have those storylines and you need storylines of players and different competition like that. So yeah.
Real quick, this show is sponsored by Liquid IV. I go on day trips to the beach where it can get very hot, so I make sure to always pack my Liquid IV. Liquid IV is the perfect companion for your hottest summer plans. They just launched an exhilarating new flavor, Arctic Raspberry. Plus, Liquid IV has sugar-free solutions powered by Live Hydroscience for smart hydration. Visit liquidiv.com and use code LIGHTWEIGHT at checkout for 20% off your first order. As someone who's very active, I do need to stay hydrated, which is why Liquid IV always has my back. Plus, their newest sugar-free flavor is perfect for the summer heat. Just 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Plus, there's 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. And 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So no matter what your summer brings, tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and use code LIGHTWEIGHT to get 20% off your first order with code LIGHTWEIGHT. Again, that's 20% off your first order with code LIGHTWEIGHT at liquidiv.com. Plus, I love Liquid IV when I first wake up. If my mouth's super dry and I'm really dehydrated, pop one of those in and boom, back to normal. If they were to make a movie about you guys, who would play Jackson and who would play Jesse?
Oh my gosh. I think Jesse would play Jesse. He wouldn't allow anyone else to be him. And playing me, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't want to say a name and then be like 5 minutes later, be like, oh shoot, I should have said someone else.
It'll be Ryan Gosling. We'll call it.
All right, Ryan Gosling is perfect for me. Yeah.
Do you ever try and pitch rules for Banana Ball yourself?
Rules, not so much. More so the entertainment.
So like, what are you pitching?
Like walk-ups, hitter walk-ups. That's the main thing. We have these OTT meetings, over the top meetings, where players will come in and give ideas for, if you get hit by a pitch, what should be like the next idea. So for example, I have an idea for, you've seen The Sandlot, obviously, right? The Wendy Peppercorn scene where Squints is like fake drowning or whatever. So I have an idea that if you get hit by a pitch, the player goes down and acts dead, and we have a banana nana come up, like one of her banana nanas, and like not like put lips to lips, obviously, but like fake it, and then like someone winks to the camera and does that. Like that's the stuff that fires me up and gets me excited.
What is your day like on the day of a game?
Yeah, I'm usually thinking about like what TikTok I'm gonna do for that day. Learning dances we actually have to do for, it's like basically separating, there's 3 different things you have to think about on a game day. Your personal content, the entertainment you have to do during the game, and then the actual baseball game itself.
And are all 3 of them equal in your mind?
Yes, all equal. And once we get into game time, the baseball takes over. Like we're all trying to win and play really well.
Because it's a genuine game, what people might not see.
Yeah, especially within ourselves too, within both teams. We share a locker room. So like you don't want to strike out to the end of the game and then go in the locker room and the other team is like partying. And I mean, the team that we do play is called the Party Animals, so they're usually partying if they win. But so are the Banana. Like we all have fun together. But yeah, I would say they're equally split in thirds of how important they are.
What happens once it's game time? Do you always have your phone on you? You're ready to film? Do you have to try and convince people to try and be in TikToks with you?
Don't have to do that anymore. Luckily, everyone's down to do them. Everyone's trying to grow their brand. They see different opportunities that guys get to go out and do things on their own because of their TikTok and Instagram, YouTube channels too now. So I think everybody wants to be involved and grow their channel, and they see the how it can really benefit them.
How do you guys find new players?
Tryouts. Guys have to send in a tape, basically an audition tape, and show how good they are, what they can do. Jesse was literally, before you talked to him, he was watching this kid who dressed in like 1920s baseball outfit throwing knuckleballs at the tryout. And like, he might not be the best baseball player, but he acted the part and showed a different side that no one else was showing. Someone might have gone out and hit 5 home runs, but if they're not showing something different, Jesse doesn't care. They don't care. Well, maybe 5 home runs might change it, but yeah, it's usually how do you stand out? And that's how they choose. They choose the coolest, trendy, like if someone is doing something so different, and yeah, that's how they choose.
You have the world's tallest baseball player.
We do, yeah.
Did they show up one day being tall?
Yeah, so no. He showed up as a baseball player. Dakota Alberton showed up as a baseball player. His mom actually was like, hey, like you should bring your stilts. Like, get your stilts out. And Dakota basically asked Jesse, like, hey, I got my stilts. Like, can I try some stuff? And Jesse was like, well, can you hit on them? And he was like, I've only worn them like a couple times. But yeah. So he got in the cage and started hitting on his stilts. And Jesse was like, there it is, world's tallest baseball player.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are there any rules that came around for Banana Ball that you didn't think were good, but they ended up sticking around?
I thought that no mound visits was going to be a problem, because if a guy is giving up like 8 runs in an inning, like you might have to go talk to him. Like you got to talk him out of the rut. But what we've realized is that doesn't happen a lot. These guys work so fast and so quick that pitching, not that it's easier here, but because you can stay out of your head and just like go to the next pitch right away and not take 20 seconds and be in your own head of like, can't believe I just walked 3 guys. Like, oh my gosh, I got to think. You have no time to think. You're just boom, 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 boom. And so if you take the time to bring someone out to talk to them, they're going to get in their head way more in Banana Ball, because they got to figure out, do I have to dance the next pitch? How am I going to entertain these people, but also pitch well? It's better to just let them figure it out. So interesting.
What are you doing this week here at Disneyland?
So tomorrow, waking up pretty early. Actually, all of these days we're waking up pretty early. But tomorrow I'm collabing with Disney on a food video. That's
crazy.
Yeah. They have 8 different banana flavored foods for this week. Banana splits, banana churros, banana coffee called banoffee, which, yeah. And so they're basically having me go around, and because I do a lot of those anyway, and I did one.
Like foodie videos.
Like I did a Drinking Around the World at Epcot. And not in hopes that Disney would like see a lot of it, but they ended up seeing all of my content. And then that's kind of how I don't know, that's how I've kind of lived the last couple of years of like, I see something that I want to do. I do it on my own. And then I'm like, ooh, maybe they'll see it. Like the bananas. I posted the TikTok about the bananas. Ooh, maybe Jesse will see it. Posted the TikTok drinking around the world and videos of Disney. Ooh, maybe Disney will see it. And it always happens. Like, I don't know. That's kind of good advice to anyone out there. Like, just do it on your own first. Don't try to be like, oh, I want to be able to work with this company one day. Like, do it on your own. Hopefully they see it. Shadow tag them, whatever.
It also works because you're so passionate about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can tell that that's what you actually enjoy doing.
Yes, that is my favorite thing ever. Thinking about ideas, making them happen. If someone sees them, they see them. But even if Disney didn't see the videos, the people that follow me saw them, and that's pretty cool too. But then, on the 28th, we are waking up at 3:30 in the morning, heading over to Disneyland, and
You're gonna see Disney behind the scenes.
We're gonna see it behind the scenes, yeah, which is pretty cool. We're gonna be in the cavalcade, which is like the parade, smaller parade, what they call it. A lot of dancing, obviously, and it's gonna be a crazy day.
Disney never does these partnerships. That's what's so mind blowing.
Yeah, and
this is sick
to think about. Like Jesse Cole basically studying Walt Disney, and like you talked to him about this, like studied him, and now he is the modern day Walt Disney. I'll say it, like I can't think of another person that's doing this right now. And like no one can, because he's the one that made Disney happen. Like we're going to Disney. We're the only team that's doing this. Unless we can't win a Super Bowl. We can't win a world, like we can't do any of that stuff, but we somehow made it happen.
What's one of the challenges of being a disruptor of an industry? Because you guys are different than regular baseball.
Yeah, even on a smaller scale, like when I was making TikToks, very, very smaller scale, making TikToks in my locker room in college, like my teammates didn't think it was cool because I wasn't making money. I was posting these silly TikToks, wasn't great at it, so they were embarrassing. And you're a disruptor, so like your teammates see you doing it and they're like, oh, what's that kid doing? And then you eventually get past it, but like that's a very, very small scale. Now here it's even bigger and more blown up, where like we do have a lot of haters. I mean, you go on Twitter or X, you see all of it. You look up Savannah Bananas on any given day, there's someone's talking about us, either in the most positive light or the most negative light, and everyone's getting mixed comments. But you're not going to do that if you're not doing something different.
Yeah, if you're not selling out 81,000 seats at a football stadium.
Yeah.
So crazy. You called that last time. You said that you guys were going to be selling out baseball stadiums at football stadiums.
I said it, and I immediately, I knew, because Jesse had told us that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, I was like, all right, in the back of my head, it's going to happen. Shouldn't have said it. But now that I said it, it made for great content.
It did. So. And that was like a year ahead, or maybe even 6 months ahead. But you guys announced the baseball stadium tour, and that's crazy.
Yeah, about 5 months later, we announced all of that. And it was 6 last year, 17 this year, 4 football stadiums. Next week, we're going to Charlotte, 150,000 people in 2 days. So it doesn't even feel like it's really happening, because we're in the eye of the hurricane, kind of. Like we don't really see what's happening on the outside of it because we're in it.
Right.
We're all best friends, just having fun. But then we're like, oh wait, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty cool.
What's the best part of being a Savannah Banana?
The freedom that we have to basically express ourselves in any way we want. I'm never thinking like, ooh, I can't make this TikTok because guys would make fun of me, or not even that, but like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble if I make this. Like, no one's ever walking on eggshells, really. Like, you have so much freedom to do, from the smallest things of like, we don't have to wear baseball hats on the field. We can wear a headband. Guys don't even wear hats or headbands. Like, you can just express yourself in any way you feel, and you're praised for it instead of outcast for it.
Does not wearing a hat affect you during a fly ball?
Sometimes, yeah. But we play a lot of night games, which is good. But sometimes I will look in the light and I'll be like, ooh. All right, here we go.
Yeah, because I was wondering that.
Yeah, I wear eye black. Eye black does help,
from
the glare,
the bottom,
the glare and everything. Yeah, even at night. But I usually just wear eye black to look cool, and a lot of us do. But
there's the umpire, the catcher, the batter, the pitcher, and then you and like 3 other guys all in a single TikTok, and you're all doing the dance moves.
Yes.
Do you practice them before?
Oh yeah, but not much.
But you are really
there's sometimes. So I have this tattoo right here, 3-2-2, 3rd inning, second batter, second pitch. There's like 8 of us that have this, that are all part of this dance, basically. And yeah, we practice it before the game. Sometimes
with the umpire.
The umpire just does whatever. Vince, he'll like pick it up as we go, but he just does what he wants.
He's really good.
And everybody always comments like, ooh, look at the umpire. Because it's like, it's funny, but we're out there like struggling sometimes to do these dances. It's every single game. We get them all sent before the weekend, but we usually like look at it before the game. In the second inning, I'm like, hey, Ryan, like our shortstop, like, Ryan, do you know it? Like he'll go through a couple of them and he's like, I think I got it. And then we get out there and it's like, boom, we get it every single time. Like we always end up getting it, but in the second inning, sometimes we're like, oh shoot, like I haven't looked at it yet in like 5 hours because you're focused on the game. Right. Like you might have just hit and now you're going out to do a dance.
What's tougher, being the batter in the last inning, full count, 2 outs, and you have to hit, or you have to post a TikTok that you're unsure about? I was talking like this TikTok might be bad.
Yeah, like really bad.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like it's going to tank.
That's tough because like 100% of baseball players would say they're more scared to hit in that situation. But like, I think about the long term of it and I'm like, if I put something out there that I don't like, that no one likes, like that's embarrassing. I don't want to do that. Like I want to post what I like, but yeah, I'd say bases loaded is a pretty tough situation to be in. You don't want to let your team down. So probably the bases loaded situation.
Is that the most pressure for you as a player?
The
bases loaded, 2 out.
I mean, no, because no fan ever walks away from the game thinking, oh, I can't believe Jackson just did that. Are you
like struck out?
Yeah. I would say it's more like if you mess up in a big situation. Like I think going for a trick play, like I went for a trick play behind my back the other day. And like, it's not, no one's going to be like, this guy sucks. But at the back of your head, you're like, ooh, that would have been a cool clip. Number one, that would have been an out, obviously. And like, I don't know. There's some moments like that. It's not necessarily like striking out, but it's like when you go for a really cool moment and you miss it, in your head, you're like, dang, that would have been really cool, like all around. But at the end of the day, no one makes fun of you for anything you do.
I never understood why don't MLB players do like trick catches? Because you guys make it look so easy. And I assume you're not practicing it 24/7, so I'm sure it's possible to. Why isn't it done more throughout?
I would say because they would probably be fired if they tried to trick play and missed it in Major League Baseball because they're getting paid millions to win the World Series.
If you miss it,
that's what's interesting though, because I think about like when this is a league, our guys not going to go for tricks. Like this is a interesting thing to come back to.
When there's competition,
when there's competition, like you said, 9th inning, like I don't know. If I'm going to do a trick, it's got to be one that I know I can 100% do. Like guys doing backflip catches in the outfield, they might not do that in the 9th inning now. Like if but the thing I think about is like, what if there's incentives for trick plays? What if there's incentives for winning games, or there's going to be incentives for the most trick plays in a game might get a point in the standings. So different stuff like that down the road. Yeah, I think if you incentivize it, then it's going to happen more. Major League Baseball players, they're playing to win.
Has that been talked about, that there should be incentives to make sure that it's not too competitive, or at least that?
Not talks to us. I mean, internally, they've probably talked about it before. But yeah, I mean, I think about our shortstop, Brian Cox. He's almost at 100 trick plays already this year. We're not even halfway through the season. And so like he wants the incentive because he's making all those crazy clips happen, and like he's making videos go viral because he's doing these crazy trick plays. He's getting the crowd reaction. So like I think in the future there should be incentives, yeah.
If you could trade lives with any other banana, who would it be?
Trade lives? Oh my gosh. Probably Ty Jackson, because his energy is just contagious. And sometimes I look at him, it's like 9 a.m. after a night game, and I'm like, how are you this happy right now? Like I'm typically happy, but I'm never like overly excited. This dude, I don't even know if he sleeps. He's just always has that infectious energy. So I would love to have that. Yeah.
Being in social, I'm sure you appreciate when a video goes crazy viral. Mm-hmm. Some of them have 30 million, 40 million. What's the biggest video from the Bananas?
From the Bananas, I would say, yeah, around the 30 or 40 million mark.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is wild. I mean, yeah.
Do you have a favorite stunt that you've done?
Yeah, so we had a romper game 2 years ago where we literally wore rompers during our game. We've done kilts before. We've done different stuff. Like the romper was the coolest thing. So I had this idea, like rompers, like 70s, 80s, like that kind of trend. So I want to do 1985 as a walk-up. So I pitched it to Jesse.
From Bowling for Soup.
Yes. And I was like, I want to wear a wig. I want to wear earrings. I want to be this rock star and carry a boombox above my head. And I like had this whole vision for it. made it happen. It went viral. Bowling, they reached out. I still follow Jarrett Reddick. Like, we still follow each other, comment back and forth sometimes. And I'm like, not that we are bringing, like, we don't bring bands back. We don't bring, like, people back to be, like, famous again. But it is cool to see that when he's like, dude, thank you so much for doing this. And we're like, no, thank you. You created this gem. Like, thank you. So there's a lot of those moments where, like, even baseball, like Alex Gordon, Mike Moustakas, guys like that came back for, like, Royals legends, came back and hit. And you see the reaction from the crowd. And you're like, these guys gave...
They hit in the banana game?
Yeah, they hit, yeah. And, like, these guys gave these fans something so incredible 6 years ago, not 6 years ago, now it's like 11 years ago. And these fans still remember it. They won a World Series and they all came back and played. And it's like, we see these different, like, personalities come into our games, but, like, when you see the players, the former players come in, that gets we literally have to close our ears sometimes. It's that loud because these fans are all coming to see the Bananas. No one tells them that Alex Gordon, Mike Moustakas, Eric Hosmer are coming back, and they all freak out. They're like, what? No one told us this was going to happen. So it's cool.
Are there any other notable celebrities or talents that have shown up that blew you away?
John Cena was a crazy one.
What did he do?
He hit. Yeah, he hit in a game.
He made contact?
No, he struck out.
You couldn't see him.
But he struck. You couldn't see him.
Didn't matter.
But even, like, I walked, like, these guys come and we're like, oh my God, that's, like, John Cena. So I walked up to him and I was like, can we make a TikTok? And he was like, yeah, man, let's do it. In any other setting, I'm not sure if these guys are saying yes to that, but it's so the energy is just like, they become a Savannah Banana for the day. They're not, John Cena isn't the movie star, like the rest, like, he's not that in this moment. He is a Savannah Banana and he, like, embraced it. And
does he have a jersey too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So sick.
And they all embrace it when they come in. It's crazy.
When you're not playing baseball, what else are you doing? Like, what's in your downtime?
Just picked up golf. Found out I was a righty golfer a little while ago. I'm a lefty hitter in baseball, so I always golf lefty, but I can never make good contact. Found out I was a righty at Topgolf. A server came over and was like, hey man, I think you're a righty. Walked by. Swear to God.
Changed your life.
Changed my life. I was like, and I never saw him again. And because I just kept shaking everything. First ball I hit righty. I have no idea how to swing. Most ugly swing ever. I have a video of it. Hit it straight to the back net with a driver. I was like, whoa.
That's so interesting because do you switch when you're batting ever?
No, I do righty. I'm a righty in everything in my entire life except for hitting. So I should have probably realized, like, maybe I should just switch it up one day.
Right.
So yeah, golf. Just learned how to surf. Kind of.
There might be debate.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to find new hobbies. I think it's really important too, just to, like, for myself, being so just, like, in social media and being a Savannah Banana, like, you need other things. And a lot of guys fish. A lot of guys just do different things. So I'm trying to find more hobbies.
Oh, do you surf in Savannah?
We did. So at Tybee Island, there's waves. The waves are really small.
Okay.
But you can still get up. They're really small, but you can still get up and go.
Yay, hi.
And so, yeah. So I need to go. I should probably go here.
You should. California.
Yeah.
Bring Mickey.
Yeah.
The Mickey that came out on the field looks so real. Like, his eyes are blinking.
The eyes blinking scared me. I didn't know the eyes were going to blink. And I saw it happen. First time I was like, are you real? Are you a real mouse?
It was him.
Okay, that was like, yeah. I don't know how the whole thing works, but that was Mickey from Disney. So
if you could have dinner with any baseball legend, who would it be?
Derek Jeter.
Really?
Definitely, yeah. He.
Were you that big of a Yankees fan?
Oh yeah, huge Yankees fan.
I guess because who else are you rooting for in Connecticut?
It's split Red Sox, Yankees, and Mets, but, like, sorry Mets fans, not many Mets fans out there. But yeah, I grew up idolizing Derek Jeter, number 2 my entire life. Watched every Yankee game I could just to see his at bats and his plays, and then got to collab with him for a Capital One ad. 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, and then 2 years ago again.
Were you nervous?
Very, very nervous. But it was cool because in that moment, we were on the same level. Like,
you were both doing the same thing.
We were doing the exact same thing. So that's how I had to think about it in my mind. Like, if I ever do something like this again, I need to be on that same level with them and not be like, whoa, like, hi, Mr. Jeter. Like, I knew I couldn't be like that. I have to be not boys with him, but, like, you got to play it cool because he does this a million times. He's interacting with fans all day. Like, even the Capital One people, they were fans of Derek Jeter and they were like, oh my gosh, like, that's it. But I had to be the one that came in and was like, all right, I'm a baseball player. I'm going to talk about, like, not going to talk about your career. I'm not going to be like,
Do you
what was it?
practice like before you're meeting him?
Yeah, and a couple times. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too.
yeah. But it was really cool. Talked about the bananas a little bit.
Was he interested?
I was like, yeah, you should bring your daughters out. He was like, well, yeah, I've seen some stuff. Like, it looks really cool. Maybe one day. He's so busy. But if he came to a game, it's him, Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman. If any of those three came to a game, I could retire the next day.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Greatest Showman. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, Wolverine, do you like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great, but yeah, Greatest Showman is
What makes like a good TikTok for you? What gets you excited to where you want to do that sound and you think it'll perform?
Yeah, I think I like basically two things. Am I gonna like it? It's like Jesse was talking about, like the greatest movie producers and the greatest owners of anything, like they produce stuff that they want to watch. And so I produce stuff that if I saw someone else make it, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. I want to see more of this. And so that's kind of what I do. Like, obviously I lean into the trends. If I see something that, like Taylor Swift is supposed to announce Rep TV tonight at the AMAs, and I'm seeing that all over and I'm like, wait, I need to make a post about this. It might not be the most perfect, like edited, all that, but like it's sometimes just about getting the current events out there. And from my point of view, and that's when I know it's going to perform, is I have no drafts in my entire TikTok. I don't make drafts. It's, if I'm going to make something that I don't like, I delete it. I get it out. Because I don't want to have to look at stuff. Like, I want to be in the moment every day. Is today the day I'm posting this? Yep. But I'm not going to make, people are always like, oh, do you make like 8 TikToks in a day and then just schedule them? Like, no.
You post immediately.
Post immediately because your energy is going to change tomorrow.
Would you do it 5 minutes apart?
The what?
Would you post 5 minutes apart?
Would I post 5 minutes apart? Probably not. I mean, once a day usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once a day. If I posted twice in a day for the first time in like a year, 2 days ago.
How did it work?
Worked great. Both videos did well. And I'm not even worried about anymore about videos doing well. It's like, are the people that are engaging with it, like, can I see that people are engaging with it in a positive way? And then that's what I think about. And usually the views take care of themselves, but like, I don't want to make a video where I'm like posing in the mirror. That's like totally not me. I need to make funny, like sarcastic content. And that's what I have to do. Or sentimental, heartfelt. Those are my two wheelhouses. Like, if it can be funny and sarcastic and start out like confusing people, but then ending with like a funny joke, perfect. If I can make people cry, perfect. And then if I can mix both of those together, it's like, it's game over.
What's the most valuable lesson you learned from Jesse?
I want to say dream big, but I've kind of always had that. Like, I've always been a big dreamer. I would say just like being able to focus your energy into something. So like in the past, I'm always thinking about a million different things, but never always like zoning in on the one thing I should be worried about. So like sometimes I'll admit it, like I'll be in a game and I'm not thinking about the game itself. I'm thinking about like this is terrible to say, but like a TikTok I'm making after, or I wonder like how I'm going to finish this TikTok, or what are we doing? Sometimes I do find myself doing that. And Jesse's wherever he is, like when he was talking to you, there's obviously a million other things he can be thinking about, but he is so locked in on talking to you and answering your questions. When he walked out that door, it's, all right, what am I focusing on next? And then when he walks at the next door, so like I basically got from him, zone in, hone in on one thing at a time, and the rest will work itself out. But like if he was thinking about a million things at the same time, this is not all happening. Like, I'm not sitting here talking to you right now because I'm not in California because the bananas is not a thing. So that's kind of what I got. Zone in on one important thought at a time.
Is Jesse go 24/7?
Yes, I don't think he sleeps.
I
don't know if he sleeps actually. Yeah.
He has his wife and kids here too, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's like it's like I always think about the Star Wars thing. Like you never see Star Wars characters eating. Like I never like in the movies. Like that's literally how I think about it. It's like I saw a TikTok about that. Like, do Star Wars? What do they eat? Because I've never seen them eat. And then I always think I'm like, I've never seen Jesse like he's always up. He's always just like posting at 3 a.m. or like 8 a.m. He's always running. So I couldn't do that. But yeah.
Did he have that crazy vision right from the beginning when you first met him?
Yeah, he hasn't changed at all. Like you're talking to the same person right now that you were 3 years ago,
wow.
5 years ago. Yeah.
What blows him away? Like what gets him excited?
Ideas, literally ideas and valuable conversations. So like when you talk to him just now, like that's a valuable conversation. You're actually interested in what he's saying. He's interested in the questions, like back and forth, and then ideas. If you have a great idea and bring it to him, he's locked in on that idea. But if you're just talking, freely talking, and like there's no goal basically in mind, he's like, all right, well, what's the goal?
That's greatness.
So like, that's greatness. Literally, like you can bring a walk-up idea. I brought one to him like 6 months ago. I was like, we should do a Big Time Rush song for a walk-up. Immediately texted me back. He was like, okay, what's the vision for it? I'm like, oh, okay. I should have probably,
ChatGPT.
I probably should have done that. And then we ended up doing it, and like the idea came to fruition. Everything worked out. But it's automatically there. And that just helps me. Like whenever I'm talking to anyone now, I'm like, all right, I want to have the vision first before I give you anything. Because if you give them something and then have nothing to back it up, they go on to the next. They're just, all right. So that's what I guess that's honestly the thing that I've learned. It's like, have a vision before you go into a conversation, because people will just brush you off if you don't.
Is it pretty easy to have an idea and then make it happen at a banana game?
I wouldn't say easy to like.
If it's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
So like you pitching your walk-up is like, Jesse's always down to just do the idea as long as it's good.
Yes, if you have an outline of what is going to happen, he gets excited about it. So like if he can see your mind and like our entertainment team can see your vision, they get excited about it. But if you like me just getting excited, we should do a Big Time Rush song. Like, yes, it's exciting.
What's next?
But what is the next thing? And that's how we think now here. All of us think that way. Comes from the top, obviously. But like, what is the vision that you want to portray? Is it going to work both for the live crowd that's watching it, like actually watching it there, and the people that are watching it on their phone 3 hours later or an hour later sometimes? But yeah.
So what's your dream vision when Taylor Swift plays with the Savannah Bananas? What is she doing? Is she batting? Pitching?
No. She's, I don't even know. Surprise halftime show.
3-hour concert. Eras tour.
No. I think it's like 2 songs in the middle of our game. Like we stopped the game. I think it would make sense to do it at Arrowhead.
It's just you and her on stage. Stadium.
I don't even want to be involved. I want to be in the background. I want to just be able to watch it all unfold, like my own Eras tour. But yeah, that would be crazy. And like, we were on Sports Center. Me, Jesse, and Rack, one of our other players, went to ESPN. We were like just talking about random stuff with them. They're like, all right, who's your dream guest to come to a Bananas game? And immediately Jesse looks at me, and Rack's a Taylor Swift fan too. And I was like, Taylor Swift. Like that would be like Taylor Swift. If you're watching this and you never know, like that's what I've done. Like I said, last 3 years, like I said that as a joke. But in the back of my head, it was like, no, this is going to happen. Like this will happen. And so I don't know if it will, but to think that it could, that's what excites you.
What's going to ESPN like now for the Savannah Bananas?
They want you to dance a lot, obviously. But I think that's a cool thing too. Like when people initially like saw us come in, they're like, oh, the dancing guys. But when they hear Jesse talk, when they hear us talk, when they hear the stories and they see the behind the scenes of like a TikTok video, I think people gain more respect as they see and hear more stuff. And when they come to a game, it's game over. They're like, oh, okay, I understand it now. The people that hate are the ones that haven't seen a game in person. You just gotta, you just gotta come to a game. Gotta see it.
What's the one ballpark snack you can't live without?
Ballpark snack. Oh my gosh. My favorite of all time is the peanut butter barbecue sandwich from Kauffman Stadium.
Where's that?
In Kansas City, the place we just played. And I looked all over for it in the stadium and I couldn't find it.
A peanut butter what?
So it's like pulled pork, barbecue sauce, and then they put peanut butter cups in it, and they put like crunchy peanut butter too. You would think it's terrible. I refused to try it when I first went to Kansas City. I was like, no way. By like the 7th inning, they were like, just do it for the video. You don't even have to like bite into it. And I was like, okay. Bit into it, and I'm like, this is life-changing.
Wow.
It tastes like dessert, but it also tastes like pulled pork. I don't know. It's crazy.
Did you like the Angel Stadium?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. I love the outfield that you can walk around, and that's what you need in a stadium. You need that concourse in the outfield where you can still see the game, but you can be able to walk around. Like that's like my number one thing for stadiums. You need to be able to walk and see
around the entire thing
around the stadium. Yeah, you can't be like sectioned in and like not be able to walk out there.
You saw the Giants Stadium too?
That's number one.
That's your number one.
Oh yeah, that's MLB's number one too. ESPN.
Because you can be in the Bay?
You can, yeah, you can. I mean, there's so much. The food is amazing. The view of the bridge and like the water, it's incredible. And then McCovey Cove, guys hit home runs. They have kayakers kayaking out to get the ball. It's crazy.
I mean, some stadiums are old, so I feel like we could say this. What's the worst stadium?
You can say it now, I guess. The Coliseum, the Oakland Coliseum.
Why? Oh, because they shut it. They demolished it?
They're. I don't know if they demolished it, but they're not. They're playing in Sacramento now, so they're just the Athletics now. The A's are the Athletics. And
why was it so bad?
It was just huge. The place was huge. The area around it's not great. I still did enjoy. I was trying to find parts that I liked of every ballpark. Obviously, there's a lot that you can not like, but like I was like, oh, the nachos are pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
that's the perk.
Yeah, that's a perk.
Did you try collecting something from each stadium?
Collecting something
or a photo outside of each one?
I mean, videos, obviously. But other than that, I got an item of like either a hat or they made me jerseys sometimes with my name on it. So all the stadiums I've been to, I have either a hat, a jersey, a shirt, shorts, something like that.
If you could challenge any MLB player to a banana ball game, current baseball player, who would it be?
Oh, man. Probably Bryce Harper. He loves the bananas. And
has he come out yet?
He's not. No, he hasn't. But he's commented on it on a few different videos on social media about like, ooh, the bananas are cool. And I think he's got that young, I mean, he's obviously an older player in the MLB now, but he's got that young free spirit. So.
I'm sure the older guys love it too, because it's such a refreshing take on something they've loved.
Oh yeah, especially the guys that come that are out of baseball and they come to see it or they come and play. They're like, whoa, this is like, it's like Field of Dreams. Like these guys get to come out of the corn and like see, like they get to be the star again for one day. Like I don't know, it's pretty cool. So I always think about that, like a Johnny Damon where he hasn't played in so long and he came out to and played.
He played with you guys?
2 years ago now. But he played. And like a guy like that, a Red Sox and Yankees legend, like one of the most known faces in baseball history, I would say, mostly because of his hair. No, I'm kidding. But he did have great hair. But a guy like that comes out and loves it and he gets praised by the like stadium that used to praise him when he was playing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Can we do rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
Walk-up song. Party in the USA or Eye of the Tiger?
Party in the USA.
Dugout snack. Sunflower seeds or banana smoothie?
Sunflower seeds.
Really?
Yeah.
What about banana flavored sunflower seeds?
But,
do those exist?
Usually ranch. I feel like a smoothie mid-game might make me have to go to the bathroom. So probably seeds.
On-field dance partner. Jesse Cole or Dakota Stilts?
God, that's a great question. Jesse's got some fun moves, so probably Jesse.
Catch a foul ball barehanded or do a backflip mid-game?
Backflip mid-game. I want to learn a backflip so badly.
You haven't done it yet?
Have never tried.
I feel like your boys could teach you.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys that could probably teach me. I just get nervous.
Sandlot or Major League?
Sandlot. Wendy Peppercorn, shout out.
Sandlot or The Rookie?
Sandlot again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Dream collab. Mr. Beast or Dude Perfect?
Oh my gosh, that's tough. Mr. Beast for sure, but
because
yeah.
I'll get $1 million after, obviously.
yeah. No, but Mr. Beast. But both would be crazy.
Do you watch a lot of Dude Perfect?
Oh yeah, I've watched probably every one of their videos.
Do they do baseball stuff?
Yeah, I mean in some
Here
of
and
their trick shot videos, they do incorporate baseball. Yeah, they've done a couple of really cool ones with baseball.
Play a full game in a mascot suit or in stilts?
A mascot suit is much more safe. Mascot suit.
Oh wow, stilts are that hard, huh?
Oh, I don't want to try. I would fall.
So what happens next? What are the next goals for the Savannah Bananas? Because last time you called out baseball stadiums and football stadiums, and some people were like, that doesn't make sense. But it happened.
Yeah.
What is next? Is it a movie, a cartoon, 10-book series with R.L. Stine? What is happening?
That would be cool, actually. That is interesting. R.L. Stine. I don't know. I mean, there's not many more, like, there's not way bigger atmospheres we can play in front of. After playing 81,000 in Clemson, like, that's huge. I mean, yeah, we can go to Michigan, play the big house, like 100,000.
Is that the biggest stadium?
I want to say, right? Is Michigan the biggest football stadium?
Sounds like that or Texas.
I think it's like 100, maybe it's 90 to 100, I don't know. But when I think about like the future of it, I think Jesse is more focused on the league aspect. How many? All right, Michigan.
107, 601.
Wow.
All right, so 107,000 people would be crazy.
Can hold 110.
They can hold 110, so that's crazy. And obviously, we want to play overseas. We want to play on a racetrack. Want to play
Where overseas are you thinking?
I mean, we've had guys from Japan come and play. Obviously, we played an Australian team the last 2 years, so that would be really cool to play on Australia. Basically, wherever Jesse and the front office can see us like thriving in, that's where we'll go. We're not just going to go like hope that fans will get tickets for a game in France. Like we don't know, and we want to be able to know for sure that there is a market for banana ball in a certain place that we go to. And I think there are some big ones. I think Japan would be huge. Australia, massive. Then it's just a matter of like what stadiums you play in.
I really want to see you guys play some military guys on an aircraft carrier.
That would be sick. That'd be really cool. I mean, an aircraft carrier is like one of his dreams. Yeah. So I would say the moon, like he has joked about the moon. And like you think about it in the back of your head and for a second, you're like, the moon, yeah, right. And
No, it's
then
not.
Then you're like, wait, hold on. I don't know. International Space Station, the ball wouldn't really fly. But yeah.
What about you? What goals do you have coming up?
Oh man, just continue with social media. It's given me the coolest opportunities, and I just love the process of everything. Like working with brands like Gatorade for the next year. I've worked with them the last 2 years. Reebok, deal with them. Just basically like working on these small like goals to eventually, I don't know, maybe hosting is in my future. Maybe, I think we talked about that literally last time where it's like hosting a game show. I don't know. That excites me. Like I look at a Howie and I'm like, oh my God, that would be so cool to do like a Deal or No Deal like that. I could see that kind of unscripted / scripted thing being like, I can memorize a lot of lines. So that is something that can help me down the line.
So was the Raising Cane's easy for you? Just like,
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, other than the fact that we had to do a million takes of it to make sure that it like all looked great on camera, they were like, you were so easy to work with. Like, this is awesome. Sometimes we have athletes that can't say 2 lines. And I was like, I could have kept going. I could have said that entire script right now. I could read it twice. And so like, I see that setting and I'm like, wait, there could be a future there. I don't know. Not that I want to be like Jake from State Farm. But
why not?
Like that could be cool. Like, I don't know. I'd never want to turn anything down until I see it happen. Like, I don't want to say like, oh, I'll never do reality TV. Like, I'll never, ever do it. Because like, what if there is a reality TV show that I could thrive in? I don't know. So like, I don't really know what my goals are, but it's exciting seeing the trajectory and the path that I'm on kind of right now.
this is sick. Thanks so much for making the time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Where can people find you?
Jackson Olson _ on everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks for coming by.
Of course.
Yeah, we're here. Cool.
We're here.